How we doing, folks? Welcome back to another app review. It's been a long time since I've done one, but I've actually had a request to do a specific one for a developer's app, and that app is called Musi. M-U-S-I. It's in the App Store. I'm not too sure if it's in the Google Play Store. I would assume not. But basically what it is, it's a simple app. Allows you to actually listen to music that streams via YouTube without actually watching the video. And you can actually make playlists and things like that and have basically streaming music. Of course, it's limited to what is available through YouTube. So if you have a YouTube video, obviously if you go through the app, you can actually search things, and that's actually, I'm going to actually go through all those items with you here momentarily. But that's where we're going to start. So let's get off and open up the phone. So here's my wonderful iPhone 5, and I've been doing some other things for other people, as well as some apps that are listed here for my kids. But the one that I'm more interested in today is Musi, which is this little funky app right here. So as you can see, it starts off showing playlist of some of the songs that I've been toying around with, listening to through Musi. And from my experience so far, there's a few things that I really like, and a couple things that I don't like as much. But let's go ahead and get into it and talk about it. So basically, Musi is an app where you can create your own playlists basically based off YouTube videos. It doesn't actually show the video, it just plays the audio from that. At first I was thinking, well, you know, with YouTube, how big is this file going to be? Because obviously if I'm using this over my wireless network, I don't have an unlimited plan anymore, so how much data am I going to use? I've been using iTunes Match for my entire music collection for quite a little while now, for over a year, almost a year now. And I actually own a few of these songs, and so I actually went through a few of these songs that I own and actually matched it up with iTunes Match. And to be honest, they were very similar. You know, when you're within a megabyte or so, it's not a big enough difference to really worry about. I did it on 2 of the songs specifically. They were really close. I mean, within a megabyte or so. I also did a couple songs through Pandora. And to be honest, between iTunes Match, Musi, and Pandora actually came out some of the most on a couple of those songs. So it all comes down to how much data it uses, and to be honest, they're all very similar, but it seems like Pandora may even actually use more data on, but it all depends on the song and the quality of the audio that you're getting. A couple of the ones like the Lonely Island songs, they were actually almost spot on, if not a little bit bigger than what iTunes Match did, and that would be the actual song from iTunes. So, with that said, let's go ahead and show you how to add a track, basically. So obviously I have my playlist. I want to add something. I just hit the plus sign up here. And what it's actually going to do is I'm going to actually go into a guide. So I can actually choose a genre of music, top charts, trending, what's actually trending, what people actually are listening to. Or if I really wanted to, I could actually come up here and search. So there's a band I like to listen to, M83. I don't know if you're familiar with them, but they've got a nice new album out. And so I can actually see the song. So Midnight City is a good song. I like this one. You can actually play the video here and see if this is one that you actually want to add. So if I hit the play button, it'll actually play the video here, and then you'll actually see what you're trying to add to your existing setup. So I hit play. I don't know why it's not working, but usually this will actually play obviously start playing the actual video so you can actually see. Maybe, let's try again. See what happens if I try again. There it goes. Unknown why. But, so there's obviously a background here, which means there's no video to this. This is just the actual song from the album. So I can go ahead and hit add video, and if I hit the add video, what it's going to do is going to actually add the video to the top of my playlist here. Or, sorry, not usually to the bottom of the playlist. So let's exit back out, hit the exits. There we go. So now Midnight City is back on the bottom of my playlist. When I actually go to play it in here, if I actually click on here, it doesn't bring up the video now. Now it's just playing the audio from it, and I'm not going to get into whole audio lawsuits or anything. So, but that's basically what it's doing. You can make an add and delete and whatever. You can even set up, if you want to do repeats and shuffles, things like that within your playlist. That's all by clicking these little buttons down here on the bottom. You can also go into the menu system, create different playlists. So if you had a specific one, I want to do this one while I'm traveling, this one while I'm at work, this one while I'm doing whatever, you can actually make multiple playlists here. You can also connect to Facebook. I'm sure that's for sharing. I didn't do that. And of course, there's a way to contact the actual developer. Let them know if you have any ideas or future upgrades or things like that. Very basic. So the other nice thing I like about it is the ability to just pick a genre. So they've obviously used YouTube's categories very well, and you get down to whatever electric music, you can actually find new musicians. That's always the nice thing about Pandora, is the ability to easily find new musicians based on the content that you already like, or in this case the genre. And of course you can listen and add and subtract or whatever you want to do. So but the nice thing is if you're on YouTube and you're surfing YouTube, and as long as it's a mobile authorized video, you're going to find it in here. And so you can actually just listen to the audio. And I don't know if you've ever found yourself doing that, because I've actually done that, and that's when I was asked to do this review from the developer. I wanted to do it because this is actually a problem where I've actually used the YouTube app in my car while not watching the video because I'm driving, but listening to the audio even though the video is playing on my display. So this is actually a really nice way. I also have a car that has a Sony Bluetooth head unit in it, Bluetooth capable head unit in it. And just like iTunes, I could actually play the next track, go to the previous track, everything with my radio control. So everything integrates good. And of course, that's with the iPhone. But I want to make not every app probably uses that same protocol, but this one does. It also supports AirPlay, of course, for sending it off. So they did integrate all the Apple stuff with it. And that's the basis of the app. Very simple, very nice, and it works pretty good. So back to me. So that's Musi. What did I like about it? I like about it because it fits a specific gap where there is no way to just listen to the audio off of video files, things like that. Especially on a free network like YouTube, there's a lot of content, a lot of user-created content, even user-created audio tracks that have videos associated with them. So now you can actually access them while you're in your car. It also kind of dodges around the Pandora versus everything, even like Spotify. Spotify is great in that you can actually choose your own tracks just like this app, but you obviously have the actual music files in a much larger selection of audio files. But with this, you can actually get free content, albeit, heavily, it all depends on how much bandwidth you have and how much you can actually use for it. But it does hit a niche, so it does work really good. However, with YouTube, and I don't know how many people out there have this problem, but whether I'm on my computer, I'm on my Apple TV here at my house, or I'm on my mobile phone, every so often you'll hit a video that just hits laggy. It doesn't matter how good your internet connection is. For some reason, the YouTube server just doesn't like that video at that moment, or it has a lot of hits on it, so it skips a lot, or it pauses a lot, and it just takes forever to load. This app will have the exact same issues as that because it's actually pulling the data from YouTube servers. So I had that happen to me almost every single trip. I had at least one track that just didn't want to load or loaded very poorly, even though I was on maybe a 25 meg LTE connection or on my own personal internet here in my home. So that's on Wi-Fi on a 20 megabit connection, which is probably in the neighborhood of 12 to 16 on an average basis. So it all comes down to YouTube, because the YouTube servers mean everything, and I really wish that Google would pump some money into those YouTube servers, because sometimes they can be very laggy. So out of all the things that I've had with that app, it's trying to skate around to get for it to play regularly. So one thing and I'm sure, it definitely happens. It's happened to me once or twice with iTunes Match as well, where I had an audio file that wanted to lag out a little bit. But all I did is would shut it down and then restart the song, and it would usually take off. And it was more to my internet connection than it. Apple servers tend to be pretty fast, but maybe the same things are happening to them, but it doesn't happen near as frequently as it does with this app. Now, the one thing I did find about this app is that if I was to if I started it up and right away the first song did it, every so often it would do it right on the first song. And if I closed the app down and opened it up again, it would do it again. But if I actually closed it down and actually pulled it out of my menu bar as being a quick open app and actually restarted it that way, it would work, and it would work fine again. Until a few songs later, maybe down the road a little bit, it would do it again. So if there's one thing I want to add to the developer list, is try to get it so it's nice and smooth. But with that said, if you have time and you skate around on YouTube and you find audio tracks that you would like to listen to even on a regular basis in your car, you can do that with this app. And it is a free app, and is pretty well written, to be honest. Very easy to find, and I like the ability to just add music by genre, things like that, and the ability to create multiple playlists. So well done there, guys. Spot on. That said, if you have an app or other review you'd like me to do, send it to me, and I'll do my best. As always, subscribe above, comment below, and check out my other channel, appgooch, and that's obviously where I do most of my video reviews, but I'd like to get some more app reviews in here as well, so I've got to take some more time to do these. So I like them, and I love the App Store. So with that said, I appreciate you watching. Let me know if you have any other comments or questions, or anything to even add to the developer. Go ahead and post it below, and I'm sure they'll watch out for it, because I'm going to let them know where this video is. So again, thanks for watching. This was the appgooch. Take it easy.